Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at Strange Horticulture. This is a game which, there's sort of a couple games like it now, but I don't really know how to describe the category. And I haven't played anything like that on the channel yet, as far as I remember, but it's basically about looking after plants, which all have magical properties, and people come to your shop and they ask for something that can help with some sort of issue, and then you give them the correct plant which its uses are for that issue. Like, oh, I'm having trouble sleeping. You go through and you identify the correct plant to fix trouble with sleeping, and you give that to them. I found this just because recently come out the full version. I found it just in Steam. You'll notice it says continue. The reason it says continue is because I already did this video. And I forgot to check if it was recording desktop audio, and it wasn't. Yay! I originally did this with the demo version, because I thought it would be a good cutting off point. But then, since I already played the demo version, I had to buy the full version to actually play it again, which is great. But that's fine. I was going to buy it eventually anyway, but it would be nice to wait until I had, a comfortable amount of money before I did that. But whatever. I think that's all I have to say about that. So, without further ado, I think I'll just begin the game. New game, of course, rather than continuing. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors, so that neighbours can reach across and shake hands, or, more likely, exchange unpleasantries. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There is much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses after all. Day 1, Friday. This game features some small text, so if you're having difficulty reading, you can use a mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Wee 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 wee. Ah, the nostalgia, when I made that joke the first time and it was actually funny, and not forced. Oh, crying. I've found it. An excerpt on the elusive wandering Bew. Come to the library in Ambleside. There's a full stop there. And I didn't notice that the first time either, and I didn't remember him. Come to the library in Ambleside, and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the gilded dendra that might be of interest. Simone. P.S. Give Hellbore a good scratch behind the ear for me. Hellebore. Alright, that's that. So of course I do a bit of exploring around what's going on here, but I've already done that, so I already know everything, unfortunately, but I'll try and showcase it at least. This I didn't find until later, but I moused over incidentally just then, so I may as well pick it up. It's something confusing and strange, which is why I'm going to put it in the clues section, and it goes to the letter section, because I'm stupid. But anyway, speaking of the drawer, we may as well take a look at what's in here since I've opened it up. Start with the smallest. This is the archive, which is where the old stuff goes that I'm done dealing with. But I'm not done dealing with anything yet, so I'll keep it there. Labels are for labeling plants, but I don't know what any of the plants are yet, so I'll leave that be. I never found out what this was for, but probably because I couldn't find that out in the demo. This is just a little magnifying glass. You have that and the zooming in, so its usefulness is sort of so-so. I'll skip that for now. With this I have The Strange Book of Plants by Wilfred Voynich. This encyclopedia can be used as a reference to help identify plants. Note that where I've included sketches, these are not always intended as an aid to identification. Often the description will be more useful for you. What is his accent? I don't know. Remember to take extra care when dealing with poisonous plants. I accept no responsibility should injury or death occur as a result of misuse of this encyclopedia. WV. Right. I won't go through all of these, because it'll take a while, but I'll click on one and we can read through, just to get a gist of what it's like. Bishop's Parasol, Escopius pelibut. A mushroom found in dark, damp places, feeding on any light that gets close to it. It can seem to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. The gills on the underside of this mushroom seep a milky fluid that can be consumed as a treatment for stomach pains. So it draws a light in, and I don't believe we have any plants that do that kind of thing, so this has just got flies around it. It's not quite, yeah. It smells strongly of soured milk, bad enough to make my eyes water. So I think we'll come across that later. And we have a couple others, but I won't read through those yet. Next up, we have this map. A map of Undermere and the surrounding area. And what we just got there was our dial filled with our will to explore. I'll actually look at these now. Will to explore is obviously how likely or how able you are to explore. If this dial isn't filled, you won't be able to go anywhere new to explore anything. I won't click on that yet. We'll click on that in a bit. Close inspection you already saw. You can drag a plant in to take a look at it. Smells faintly of wood smoke, feels like rough glass paper. So, that's basically the deal. Can't drag anything else on there, it's just plants. And here we have a rising dread. I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. And I've noticed as I've played that basically fills up as with as many mistakes as you make. And I don't know what happens when it gets to full, so scary. But we shall continue. Well, I'll tell you what, before I do that, fill that away in the letters compartment and we'll take a look at this last letter. Dangerous plant, grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Keep it a secret. So that's something to look forward to. But I'll probably explore that after I explore the main letter. We can drag this out of the drawer right now. The Wandering View. Come to the library in Ambleside and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the Gilded Dendra, but most importantly, come to the library in Ambleside. So, I'd use this, but it actually kind of gets in the way. Let's see, there is Ambleside. So I'll just head into Ambleside, and the library here in Ambleside is one of my favourite haunts. Simone the librarian is always helpful and friendly, and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. Today she's grinning ear to ear, and can't wait to show me what she's found. I feel like I've lost the mystique of my deep English accent, and it's just gone to something generic, but that's fine. Here's the Gilded Dendra, and here's a Wandering View. This looks quite similar to that dark one we found, huh? That I read. Not that we found, whatever. Gilded Dendra. Do not drink the sap of this plant. The lips and veins will turn black as blood, as the blood succumbs to the dendra's miasma. A sure and painful way to die. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of this plant can be painful. Wandering View. So called because this fungus can move slowly in the dark. It has been known to cover distances of up to several meters in a single night. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They're also quite hard and sharp, earning this plant the nickname Finger's Bane. So I guess one way we could identify that is if we end a day and it ends up somewhere else. But I believe it's actually mostly identifiable by putting it in here. And seeing what's said about it, because I think I remember it saying something about, oh, that's sharp, ouch, my fingies. But I'll do that later when it's actually needed. For now I'll put the map away. And this is ticked off so I can put it in the archive. Flavor text. I have neither the time nor the inclination. You can water your plants using the watering can to earn will to explore. For now I think I'm getting it for free just because it's raining, or it's possible it just gets over time, but I'll ring the bell and see our first customer. I must have walked past this shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day, surrounded by plants. I came here because I have an unusual request. At night I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me, but nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has gotten the better of me. I must find out what they are saying. So, I don't want to say this is one of my first problems with the game. It just irked me a little. Because usually they just say, I have this issue, please solve it, and then you connect the dots yourself. And I have no issue with them telling you exactly what you're looking for to begin with. I just wish it said somewhere in the dialogue that they themselves know that what they're looking for is the St. John's poppy. I don't know, I just did like a little bit of a disconnect, which for some reason annoyed me. I feel like I think the CD that plays my voice skipped just then. Anyway, St. John's poppy, and we have this book, and let's hope we've got it written here somewhere. There we go, St. John's poppy. The vibrant petals of this flower can be brewed to create a draught that can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. The flower of the St. John's poppy are bright, red with a yellow center. So if we find something red with a yellow center, there it is. Simple. Ding. Bow bow. Plant identified, St. John's poppy. And as a reward I've gotten a book entry for a different plant, the clavilium. According to legend, clavilium can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. The heart-shaped leaves have earned this plant the nickname Lovelock. How nice. But, for now, I'm gonna label this. I'm gonna make it red because it's a red plant. Right, here we go. St. John's poppy. And improves hearing. Yeah. And now, St. John's poppy improves hearing. Very good. Close this up. And something I just noticed, which I forgot to mention. What on earth is this? I'm annoyed because that was really forced. And I genuinely was intrigued when I noticed this the first time. You can press these and they change their symbol, and this is obviously some kind of lock. And something else that I noticed is this symbol is exactly the same. So perhaps I need to find a lot more pieces of paper that look like this. But right now, I'm going to use my will to explore, to discover dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Back Barrow. Keep it a secret. So I'll just take a look for Back Barrow. Here it is, and northeast of Back Barrow. Northeast, but it's the hills to the northeast, so there it is there. The weather changes fast out in the hills. What started as a grey morning has turned into a bright sunshine. A good thing too, because it takes me several hours to find what I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over, a cloak of unwelcome shade. And that's a new plant. Dangerous, apparently. Let's fiddle with it. Red fruit. Long flat leaves. Well, that's that. This can go in our archive now. Got 2 things in there. How nice. But without anything to do, let's ring the bell for the next person. Who's this? It's Willem Dafoe in the lighthouse. Good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. Good for the plants though, eh? Got a letter for you. What a shit voice. Okay, I've got will to explore again. Gosforth is a hateful town. Let me do this in universe. Oh, I'm going to use it instead of zooming in. I was beaten and actually this is kind of annoying. Whoa. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. After many days I was rescued by a kind stranger. Just as I'd come to fear that wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travellers. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Amos Duncan. Undermere's here. Gosforth is where he was, and he was in the woods. So, let's take a look. Gosforth. If I remember, yeah, it was here on the left. And it was, well, I'm kind of tempted to go to Gosforth itself and see if I get beaten to a pulp. I should not have come here. A darkness hangs over this town like an executioner's blade. I feel a rising dread in my chest. Oh shit. Oh no. The rising dread. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what then, I don't feel like continuing the people. Well, do I? Yeah, maybe it will. I'm worried I'll get piled up with lots of different things to explore if I don't keep up on it, but probably not. So, let's keep going. Gilbert Ames. Something's got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to take the long way round down through Back Barrow. I never did trust that sisterhood. Anyway, I'm here now, and I've brought Fennett from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. Hardly worth the trouble when you factor in the extra miles I've had to cover to get here. Lemon dandy. Let's take a look at this. L for lemon dandy. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant, supposedly referring to a peeled lemon rind. Among several medicinal uses, the flower of the lemon dandy is mostly associated with curing afflictions of the heart. Oh, he's sad, oh, he's sad. Well, originally I thought I was looking for something like this, but white, like the inner bit of a lemon. But it's actually the leaves that aren't pictured here, which are curly, like is it really called peeling? When you get like a long strip of the rind, but it looks like this. I do remember. The smell is faintly off-putting, but not overpowering. Use the plant. I've identified it as lemon dandy, and we've gotten a new plant for that as well. I believe that... Wait. Oh, I totally forgot. What did he say he brought to Jade? God damn it. Well, I'll identify this one as being lemon dandy. Put it as blue, because it's blue. Even though lemon is yellow, but whatever. Lemon dandy. Heart. Ache. I spent about 5 minutes trying to get ache spelled correctly the last time. Now this one, let's see if I remember. Mellow yellow. Oh, hold on. Am I right? Am I wrong? At some point there's supposed to be a menu that appears on the left. I won't spoil it, but I thought it might have been here already and it would have been useful. Was it Clavilium he brought? Oops, I clicked on a thing. No, that doesn't look right. Heart-shaped, no. Well, put that back, and I'll put this back as well. I suppose I might as well keep this here and just put everything on top of it. I've got Will to explore back though, so... In the woods to the south, on the northeast corner of the wood. The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench and clamour of Undermere. It is not long before I spy a bright flower among the trees. Dish one. Don't know what it is yet, but... And now... Where did that go to? Did it go there straight? No, it didn't. Wonder where oh, it's just hiding underneath. Nope. Maybe I should put the map away every now and then. I'm sure there must be random things to find on the map then. I wonder. But I'll leave it, because so far randomly going to places hasn't done anything but give me a rising dread. Oh yes, bios, this is what I was talking. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden by the mask, and next to her a terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of expression about its features. It seemed to be laughing, but not the joyous laughter of a child. A sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. These past weeks have been getting worse. I need sleep. And again, forest camp-free, it tells me what to do. Although I'd like to have found something that can help with sleep on my own. But maybe it's just the first day, I can't quite remember. The strong-smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect, making a common ingredient in sleeping draughts. The camphor produces a beautiful rounded dark blue cluster made up of many smaller flowers. This looks like it. It's pungent, but not unpleasant. The bulb is soft yellow, the leaves are waxy. Strong smell, yeah. Seems right. Yeah, identified as forest camphor. And, as a reward, I've gotten a new book entry. Butterdale, often found growing in clumps on valley sides. Butterdale has been used for centuries as a cure-all for all manner of skin rashes. The dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Almost forgot the accent halfway through there. But forest camphor, drag that over there. Gonna be blue, of course. Forest camphor, and then sleep aid. Very nice. Close it up again. Got no new clues to go after or letters, so I'll ring-a-ding the next person. Got any wandering bew? That always reminds me of, what's his name? That old hermit inventor, the Wanderer. Anyway, the bew if you've got it. Wandering bew. If I remember, that's actually... yeah, this one. The one that we got near the start. That just can move in the dark. Fungus. Not as spongy as most mushrooms, in fact the undersides are somewhat sharp. If I remember. The underside of this mushroom, they're also quite hard and sharp, earning this nickname with the finger's bane. Get gamed on. Lady of Summer. The leaves curl around delightfully, which, combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature, make this a sought-after ornamental plant, aged with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. I wonder if that's just this one. It's got the thingies coming out. Yeah, very nice looking, and the guy did say it looked beautiful, so it could be that. Hold on, my alarm has gone off. I have to go get my laundry soon. Anyway, close this up. We're done with this. Oh, wait, no, we aren't. I still need to label this. I'll just give this one a regular yellow label. And Wandering Bew. Not actually used for anything. So called because the fungus can move slowly in the dark, has been known to cover distance for up to several meters. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They're also quite hard and sharp. No known use. There, aren't I professional? Put the labels away, and... oh, go on, let's explore somewhere random. Tell you what, let's fuck about Undermere. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that neighbours can... what? Oh, it's literally the exact same intro that we got in the game. It's interesting. Oh well, in that case, I'll look at the bios, that's what I was going to do. Annoyingly enough, that guy who came past talking about witches we didn't get the chance, because I know that this gives you a chat log, so I was gonna see what the name of the plant he gave us was, but never mind. Faye grew up with her mother. Her father was rarely violent, but once is enough. When he struck her, it finally broke the hold he had over her mother, and she fled in the night. The sleeping Faye held close. Faye often has vivid dreams, but has never considered that other people do not. She came to strange horticulture seeking relief from her nightmares. Yes. Well that's that. I think there's nothing else to do really. It's late, I should look up. Okay, it's just for doing random hints. In that case... kitten, ending. Nani? A deck of cards. And upon the first, row H, third river. It started when she found something that she was not meant to find. A book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. Oh no, that's really scary. Alright. And yet, despite it simply being a dream, here we have it in front of us. Our first clue. Well, we have Will to Explore already. It has stopped raining, by the way, which means we'll probably have to water plants ourselves. No? Where's my, Where's my sun? Where's my sun? Where's my letters? Or do I have to have this open? Yeah. Bit weird. Here we are. Row H, the third river. H. 1, 2, 3. A dead deer in the river, yellowed bone protruding from matted hide and rotten flesh. Death for one provides life for many, such as this one, which looks strikingly similar to the one next to it, but slightly lighter blue and different leaves. With that, the clue seems to have disappeared. But I'll ring it in the bell. Isidore Burbage. Bring me a sample of Apis demesis. And be quick about it, that damn cat is setting off my allergies. Shouldn't have an animal in a shop like this. Apis demesis. I'll click the hint for this one actually. Apis demesis, that sounds like the Latin name for a plant. I should consult my book. Yeah, I had to click the hint last time as well. So, I just gotta go here and look at the Latin names. Gandhi root. Plant with medicinal properties that can aid with digestive troubles when prepared correctly. Care must be taken, however, as the rough leaves can be an irritant. Only the petals are safe for consumption. So it looks a bit like that. Not like these two. Like this? A single pink flower that smells pleasant. Or is it this? The leaves are coarse to the touch. I think it's that. Yeah. It has the little thing coming out, which that doesn't. Maybe Gandhi root. And I got book entry. Meek dew. The beautiful flowers made up of many smaller florets make this a sought-after decorative plant, although it is difficult to take care for. It may be pleasant-looking plant, but touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. Well, should. Go ahead and label this Gandhi root. Digestive troubles. Whoops, not the mic, because I'm a twat. Put that back away. Close the book up. And ring the bell. David Schaefer. What was his voice again? Like Underbeard looking fine in the sunshine today. Easy a mile. Nothing like the voice, I'm sure. There's an old slate mine at the hard knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. I've never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels left by the tramways. I thought you might be interested. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Well, since I've got will to explore, I may as well. In the hard knot. There. It doesn't say north or south or anything, so I assume it's just straight there. An iron gate, rusted by years of abandonment, sits across the entrance to the tram tunnel. Rusted it may be, but it won't budge. Locked. Well, I already know I can do that. I've forgotten though. Pavilion, that's it. Can open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. That doesn't quite look like it. Do I even have it? I think I must do. That doesn't really look heart-shaped. These look heart-shaped. The flowers are made up of many smaller blue flowers. Wait, hold on. No, this is the one we got that was new, wasn't it? The shape of it. I can't see it really well from here. It's annoying though, they are heart-shaped. Well, it was right. Aghira. When burned, incense made from the woody stem can enhance psychic abilities, strengthening the clarity of visions and prophecies. Light blue flowers, like rounded tufts of gentle lamb's wool, characterize this plant. There's a lot of similar looking plants to one another. Certainly. Hold on a minute. Small leaves, delicate flowers. This might be what I was confusing it for. Okay. Clavilium. Opens, locks. And now let me go ahead and look. Oh. Weird. Oh yeah, because I got new pages in. Meek dew. Flowers made up of many smaller florets make up the sought after decorative plant. It does look very similar. Maybe pleasant looking. But touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. Well, I can't really test that. Difficult to look after. I'll be sure to water it then. These don't seem to die over time. But the will to explore goes up on its own as well, so I don't really know what the point of the watering can is, but maybe later it goes up slower. We'll see if we get that far, although probably not. The gate swings open slowly, complaining loudly on its rusty hinges. After a short exploration of the tunnel, I am rewarded. 3 new ones. One that's dark, one that's green and fluorescent, one that's red. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, nothing to explore. I can put this away. I can ask the next person. Reuben Ward. I'm headed to Grisdale Forest. What accent do I want to do? I'm headed to Grisdale Forest, investigating a possible murder there. Can't say I'm looking forward to it. The sisters are a secretive lot, and they've not keen to talk to me. Their leader, the Arda, or whatever they call her, she's dead. My instinct is they're hiding something. I was hoping you might have some fox button that would help me win them over. Right, Fox button. This ship. An offering of Fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs across the stem. Along the stem, where. This looks a little bit similar. No, just far away it doesn't. Let's see. This looks quite like it. Is that right though? They look round. Oh, wait, hold on. These are quite round. Alright, I'll try that. Gaming. Brimlock. Those suffering from hypothermia can be rescued by a draught made using leaves from the brimlock plant. It has a warming effect that protects against extreme cold. When conditions are just right in the cold of winter, brimlock produces small yellow flowers. The leaves are waxy and tough. Alright. Let's really quickly label this as Fox with Fox U button. Friendly offering. Nice. Go ahead and close that fucker right up and call in the next person. Victoria Gray. I was able to make out the whispered voices last night with the help of St. John's Poppy. There's a medium using the room illegally, I might add, holding midnight seances for gullible grievers. Is there a plant you grow of that I could use to give them a scare and drive them away? I need my sleep. Harlequin Blue. H, there is. When the bushy flower heads die back, they release seeds with a downy papus, which assists in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out high-pitched shrieks, widely believed to be the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. So I'll look at the bushy blue flower heads die back. This we already know it is bushy and blue. This one. It actually has, yeah, this looks like a cross section, and this is like bulging like this is, so I think that's right. Ba-bam! Shimmerlung. The dried stem of the shimmerlung burns very brightly and noisily, letting off a near blinding white-purple light. Flowers grow wrapped in large ridged leaves. Alright. Go ahead. Nope, don't go ahead and close up. Go ahead and identify that. Blue. Harlequin Blue. Make scary noise. Ooh, that's scary. Alright, let's get the next person. The easy order. You may have heard the rumors that our Arda is dead. May Arduina bring her spirit peace. The nature of her death is unusual. The Sisterhood does not often look to outside help, but this is beyond our knowledge. If you show my sisters this letter, they will allow you entry to the forest. To be assured of your discretion, we require that you use Mary's breath to bind yourself to secrecy. The wide waxy leaves allow this plant to collect large amounts of water it requires. It is said that a person can be bound to secrecy using Mary's breath. It used to be grown in the royal gardens so the king could ensure the trust of his confidants, but the practice fell out of favour. I remember this one. This one has big wide leaves. And waxy. There we are. Oh, Mary's breath, and I got a letter as a reward. We have failed in our duty as protectors of the forest. Our secrets have been stolen, and the Arda has been murdered. You will find us deep in Grisdale Forest, a mile from the lake shore across from the river, from Torver. Please help us. Yours in hope, the Sisterhood of Arduino. Alright, let me go ahead and mark this as Mary's breath first. Regular ass yellow label. Mary's breath. And binds to secrecy. Ignore my inconsistency with capitalizing, although I'll do that actually. The 2 won't be capitalized because it's a little word and it doesn't deserve to be. Let's go then. Wilt explore. And if I take a letter, Torver. There's right in the middle. And it's a mile from the lakeshore cross. Here's a lakeshore cross. And down in the bottom left, there's miles. And 1 mile is 1 square, so it's just 1 mile. A sister tries to stop me from entering, but I show her the letter and she lets me through. I am ushered into a walled courtyard, and then through a large oak door, along a corridor and down a set of stone stairs into a cool basement. Lying on a table, draped in silk, is the Arda. There is not a mark on her, but her open eyes are black. Her mouth, her veins, her hair, all black as a raven's wing. Do you know what could do this? Asked my escort. I set to work. Wren. Oops. No. Bastard. The long leaves of the wren are known to turn black in the presence of certain poisons, and so can be used to detect them. Though it has no flower, it is said to smell unpleasant to those who have known death, and sweet to those who have not. Yeah. No, it has a scent that scratches at the back of my throat. That means I have known death. Maybe if I'd smelt it before I came across her body, it would have smelled nice. Wren. Grey scent? What? I mean that, you bastard. Sandfire has a tough outer bark, which has many useful properties. Some chew it as a form of dental hygiene, taking care not to swallow it as it can cause unpleasant stomach distress. The flame-like tendrils give off a smoky scent, adding to the impression of a roaring fire. Alright. Close it up. Oh wait, not... Well, that's fine. I'll just... There. Wren. Detect poise, son. Alright. I extract a small sample of the Arda's blood and introduce it to the wren, and my suspicions are confirmed immediately. The leaves of the wren turn black, which can only mean one thing: gilded dendra poisoning. Upon presenting my findings, I am rushed away quickly. The sisters do not want me hanging around, it seems. They do, however, send me on my way with a couple of plants, which I am grateful for. Wow. Don't know what they're for. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, so I can group them together. These obviously have all appeared in the same place, and they're all pushing each other out of the way. But that was that. This can be archived, and I can call my next customer. Isidore Burbage. I'm this close to reporting you, half-wit. The last plant you gave me has made my skin itch furiously. I'll have your little shop shut down and torn to the ground if you don't make this right. So I can give him Butterdale or Meekdew. I need to think carefully of which plant to use here. My actions could have consequences. Okay. I don't think I got that last time, which is important then. Meekdew. Made up of many smaller fruits make this a sought after decorative plant, but touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. Bit cringe. I'm just gonna give him the nice one. Maybe a twat, but I'm not. Often found growing in clumps, Can be much protested, but all manner of skin rushes, right? So it looks like that. No, we already know that's St. John's poppy. This? A light battery scent. Well, there we go. Butterdale. Oh, Nestorian. The dark red fruits should not be ingested under any circumstances, as they are highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and then death. A cross-section of the stem shows the distinctive triple xylem and phloem of the Nestorian. Those aren't real words. Those aren't real words. Alright. Butterdale. It's a bit bluish. I mean, it's purple, but that blue is a bit purplish, so. Butterdale. Rash. It'd be nice to clump these together into similar groups, but I can't be fucked. Right, well that's the end of that. Fuck, I'll do one little explore. Just a random ass place. Let's fuck about in Rustland. A church looms before me. Its cold stone walls and stained glass windows seem both inviting and off-putting in equal measure. An eerie silence seems to surround this place, but there's little else of interest. Well, rip. I'll end the day then. Another card. North of Hawkshead, east of Lowick, west of Rustland, south of Crinkle Crags. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. Boom. Day 3, Sunday. Well, it's a nice Sunday. It's a bit greener looking today. Am I right about that? Anyway, if I remember right, this is where the demo ended beforehand. So I think it's the best time for me to end as well. Go ahead and put these in their correct place. And I'll read the remaining bios because I forgot to do that. We've gotten 3 new ones. First of all, Bethany Coleman. Beth was born into a loving family, but never felt settled. She sought out a higher purpose when she was still young, and left home at 14 to join the Sisterhood of Arduina. The head of the Sisterhood, the Arda, took a liking to her and helped her to develop a renewed purpose, caring for the forest and putting her faith in the goddess Arduina. Now her mentor has been murdered, and Beth is looking for answers. Reuben Ward. Reuben works with the police on murder cases. He is a kind, good-humoured man, but beneath the mask he is deeply sad. His only child, a daughter, had seemed troubled for some time before running away from home several years ago. The victims whose stories he tries to uncover are all somebody's son, somebody's daughter. The search for answers drives him forward, piecing together the logic of life and death. Isidore Burbage. Burbage is a rich man who inherited a fortune, but never experienced the love of his parents. He expects people to do his bidding and is quick to anger. There are many in Ondermere who would be glad to see the back of him, but with wealth comes power, and few would challenge him to his face. And that's that. Well, I think I'll go ahead and quit out to the menu just now. Yes, main menu. Very good. So, yeah, an interesting game. A nice, interesting game. Yeah, I remember saying at the start, it's in a certain category which I couldn't quite explain. But if you've played or watched other people play similar games like it, then you probably know what I mean. And there's another game I think called... what was it? I have it in my library, so... Do I have it in my library? Maybe I don't. Should. Well, never mind, it's fine. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm interested to see where the story goes. I like the gameplay. I had like one single complaint, so yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing like further videos on it. It's probably just a one and done thing. But obviously if you're watching this and you're interested, it's on Steam. Right now it's about 12 quid. So it's not the most expensive game in the world. Yeah, I think it'll be, I obviously haven't played it all the way through, but I think it'll be worth the money. Yeah, and I find some of the mechanics quite interesting. I think one of the things I said, one of the few things I said against it when I first did this recording was I'm worried whether the mechanics will let it be able to work on their own. You know, whether the mechanics themselves will come together to be sort of emergent or whatever the word is, or whether it'll sort of act almost like a sort of scripted ordeal. Where, you know, it sort of feels like you're exploring and finding new plants and identifying them, but, you know, you're basically following the thread that's been set out for you already, and it does seem to be taking the same line as it did when I did the demo. It doesn't seem to be much different plants I'm discovering, and obviously that makes sense because events will come after other ones where, you know, unless the first event had happened already, you won't have discovered the correct plant. But I think it's alright anyway. It just would have been nicer to have it sort of be more open and less on rails, but it's fine. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about the game. It's a very nice game, and you should check it out if you want to. But other than that, but for now, I always get mixed up with my outro, whatever. But for now, the video has come to an end. So if you like the video, give it a like. If you want to see more videos, subscribe. And other than that, I suppose I'll see you in the next video that I see you in. See ya!